Mbappe trying to put it across there to Pele, didn't quite manage to do it, but Nraseck's got it with Ronaldo to Pele. Oh, what a finish. Welcome along everyone to the FIFA main event presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Today we're bringing you another epic match. Guild and Nraseck will be taking on the current EPL second place finisher, Ninjas in Pyjamas Ollelito. Alongside me is Ryan Pessoa. What a game we have got.
A massive match, of course, two top players throughout the scene. They've been around for years now competing at the highest level, and of course it's great to be alongside you.
Definitely it is. I'm looking forward to this show. Straight away we're going straight into the tactics, straight into the game as well. Ryan, talk to me about how important custom tactics are, but when you're playing on an account like this, an esports account where you can use any of the foot items, you want to get everything perfect, don't you?
Absolutely, that's the key thing there. I always find it personal to each player. Sometimes some tactics might work for one individual, the next person it might not work the exact same. It's all due to play styles and how a person likes to defend, how they like to attack. But again, the key thing you mentioned here, we is on unlocked accounts, and the teams are filled with icon cards, the likes of Vieira and Hullet, R9 Ronaldo, Eusebio, Pele. The icons this year are fantastic, but of course they've got Mbappe as well linking up as one of the only gold cards in the squad, who I think as well is one of the best cards in the game.
Now we're straight into this. Nraseck is in the black and orange, Ollelito in the white and black strips right there. Ollelito coming forward, Pele straight across to Ronaldo. R9 puts it in the back of the net straight away. 1-0 Ollelito. I mean, Ryan, when R9 picks up that ball in the 18-yard box, you can say 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, it's going to end in a goal.
Of course, you trust him in front of goal, and it was a lethal finish there. The key aspect with R9 Ronaldo up front is, of course, the 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. So when he turns onto either foot, you trust him to find the back of the net, which he done so well there. And the key thing as well with that build-up from Ollelito is the driven pass inside, just to find the striker's feet in the box. And of course, as I mentioned, the 5-star weak foot, you don't know which way he's going to turn, onto his left, onto his right, and he finds the back of the net with that first chance.
And Nraseck has it all to do in this first half. 11 minutes gone, 1-0 to Ollelito. And Nraseck, though, will be trying to unlock that defence. Here he is, Eusebio, toying with Roberto Carlos there, puts it straight across Carlos Alberto, back to Eusebio. Great defending, Rude Hullet, a player that we've seen over the years in FIFA esports, back once again in these esports accounts in the middle of the park right there. Vieira straight across Cafu. Can he pick it up? He can't. Hullet picking it up for Nraseck. Straight to Mbappe. Now, it is interesting, Ryan. Mbappe makes it into these teams that are so nearly full of icons, but Mbappe, with that foot item, he makes the squad.
He's outstanding. I mentioned it before, the best gold card, or the standard gold card on the game. He's got the pace. I trust him with enough on his weak foot. I usually like to play with players with 5-star weak foot up front, but he's the only player that, without the 5-star weak foot, I trust him to compete alongside R9 Ronaldo. Of course, the finishing isn't as good. Of course, R9 Ronaldo has, in my opinion, the best finishing, as we potentially could have seen Mbappe there. And it was a good save in there to stop it becoming 2-0 to Ollelito. But Mbappe, without that, is one of the best forwards on the game, as we see another corner with Ruud Hullet at the back post, narrowly offside.
Now, you can see the concentration on their faces, Ryan, how much this means to them. Some of the pros, all of the viewers will be watching this thinking that esports accounts, they might not be taking this too seriously, but you want to showcase what you can do, especially now going into the competitive part of the season. All of these pros have been grinding, and they want to use this opportunity to get one up on a fellow competitor.
They really do, and we spoke just before anyway how good both of these players have been throughout the years. And I doubt this year will be any different. They've been consistent. I always spoke about Nraseck. Whenever you saw a tournament, if it reached the championship Sunday, he was always going to be in amongst the names there. And it's been the same with Ollelito, especially ever since he won his first championship. He's been so consistent. And both of these players deserve to be ranked amongst the best players in the world.
Definitely does. Right, back to the action. 26 minutes gone in the first half here on FIFA main event presented by PlayStation Tournaments. And Nraseck 1-0 down to Ollelito. Ollelito trying to find that key pass right there. Puts it straight across Vieira to Hullet. Picks it up, but it's beautifully picked out by Nraseck, Vieira to Hullet, picked up though by Cafu, with Ollelito trying to find that killer pass to put through. Great defending though, Maldini for Nraseck. Ryan, when you're looking at some of these foot items, we will be seeing them throughout the season. However, let's be completely honest, you're one of the pros. You're not going to have a team like this, are you? Come on, be serious.
I wish, I really do wish, but of course, with the season, we do have restricted squads, which I think is another great aspect, just to sort of level the playing ground amongst the competitive players anyway. And you have a decision where you can have one icon. A lot of players do opt for the icon attacker like myself with R9 Ronaldo. Some players might opt towards a Vieira, which would be potentially an obscure choice, just because, again, you try and lean towards the offensive players. But nonetheless, Ruud Hullet as well, going forward defensively, offers it all. Pele is another option going forward. There's so many top tier cards with the icon selections, as you can see. We've got Cruyff, who I haven't even named yet, with 5-star, 5-star. There's so many options going forward.
There is indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing them throughout the competitive season. But right now it is a showdown between two pros going head to head. A close encounter. Ollelito leading 1-0. Can Nraseck bring it back with 5 minutes to go in this first half? Carlos Alberto straight through to Vieira. He manages to find Pele. He's on the ball right now. Eusebio back to Pele. Can he find some space? He can't. Beautifully defended by Maldini. Ronaldo across to Mbappe, tackled though by Roberto Carlos. Mbappe in the 18-yard box. Pele straight through to Ronaldo. Pele picks it up. Oh! And Nraseck brings it back, making it 1-1. And Ollelito wastes no time from kickoff, getting the game underway. 43 minutes gone. Ryan, what did you make of that equaliser from Nraseck?
I thought that's a fantastic goal from Nraseck. It was quick, it was swift. He utilised the driven passes, the R1X passes, and the quick turns, the reverse elasticals with Pele. And it led to the goal for him to equalise just before the break. And I thought we were about to see potentially another goal just before half-time for Ollelito. But it looks as if we will be going into half-time 1 goal apiece, level terms with both of these top players.
Right, let's have a look then at the half-time stats right here. Nraseck taking on Ollelito. Ryan, these two going head-to-head. What have you made of that first half, breaking down the stats?
I'm actually quite shocked. I felt as if the possession was a little bit more balanced, but as you can see, of course, 61% possession for Nraseck. He's held a lot of the ball. The expected goals, though, however, Ollelito does edge slightly higher. But again, it's been very, very even. You can see that the pass accuracy between both of these players, the type of passes that were attempted, a lot of them, well, basically all of them were ground passes. There wasn't one lobbed through ball, which is something that is usually utilised at the highest level this year. But I guess both of these players potentially keeping their cards close to their chest and trying to build up just quickly on the floor to try and generate those chances, like Nraseck did to score the equaliser.
He did indeed. As we get into this second half, and it is 1 goal apiece. Guild and Nraseck taking on Ninjas in Pyjamas. Ollelito right here. It is FIFA main event presented by PlayStation Tournaments. And I think we will be getting into that second half very, very shortly. But it is important, isn't it, Ryan? These moments here where you're making the slight changes, when you might be changing your formation, getting ready for a big 45 minutes.
It is, and I think, as you say, having a variation in formation, depending on how the game is going, is very, very important. You'd most likely see a lot of pro players, they have a variation in their formation where it's quite defensive. They might use a different formation, or potentially the same formation, but with more defensive tactics. So you see, potentially, it could have been a goal straight away from Nraseck there, starting off the second half. A green time shot as well, but the keeper, Petr, done enough there to stop it going into the back of the net. But as I was speaking on the types of formations and tactics and instructions that players will have at their disposal based on how the game is going, I like to have an attacking formation, obviously the main formation I go to, a defensive one, and also one that is sort of a level, it's very similar to the default one I use in a standard way. The only difference is I might have 1 or 2 more players going forward. It wouldn't be all gung-ho like my all-out attack formation.
What I love about main event and this show is in the second half, we open up the microphones. We can talk to the pros. So we will be hearing from them and maybe some sounds from them as Nraseck puts that one over the bar. Maybe we'll get some in-game reactions from them as they come close to scoring. But it is Nraseck who's building on that goal close to the end of first half. making it 1 apiece. He comes forward, Ronaldo to Rude, Hullet, Pele on the ball in the 18-yard box, takes a shot. So close. It is locked in. You can see the concentration. And Ryan, have you ever been at a pro tournament where you've been able to talk to the commentators?
I haven't. I've been at pro tournaments where I've been able to hear them. I've been placed right next to the commentary desk where I could hear them behind me, but never directly talking to them. But of course, it's hard to find the right moment for them, as this game is very, very end to end.
It is indeed. We don't want to upset any of the pros. We don't want to break up their rhythm, break up the flow. But Ollelito is looking for that ball. Mbappe trying to put it across there to Pele. Didn't quite manage to do it, but Nraseck's got it with Ronaldo to Pele. Oh! And what a finish. And we hear good goal right there from Ollelito. Congratulating Nraseck straight back into the game. Nraseck, how are you feeling? 2-1 up. Can we talk to you? Can we get a comment on that goal?
I mean, yeah, like a typical FIFA 22 goal with the driven pass. They're really good. So yeah, trying to use that one a lot. And, yeah.
It's
Just off. Just off.
Yeah. I got a bit too excited right there. We saw the hand in the air from Ollelito. Ollie, how did that feel? Were you worried there that it was going to be 3-1?
Nah, I was actually looking at the linesman because I felt like he was a bit off. So I wasn't that worried, but I mean, you never know in FIFA, right? Like,
Yeah.
you never know, indeed. That is very true. Very, very true. It is so close. 2-1 to Nraseck right here. Hoping to build on that, to capitalise on it. But one man that will be trying to stop it, Ollelito in Sweden. He'll need to do some defending right now, though. Can he push off this attack? Mbappe picks it up for Nraseck, tries to get the shot off. So close. Ryan, we know that Ollelito, he can hear us. Any advice? Maybe not advice. What would you do in this situation, Ryan?
Yeah, as I say, it's hard to advise someone as good as Ollelito as well. But I would say it's coming up to a point. Maybe I still think it's a little bit too early to go all-out attack. There's still space and there's still time to try and get a goal back. I don't think he would change anything dramatic now. But again, he knows much more than me being a champion. He knows how to get back from more than 1 goal deficits, and he has done in his past as well.
Well, he has indeed. We've seen that plenty of times on the world's biggest stages, in the world's biggest competitions. Can he do it here at FIFA main event presented by PlayStation Tournaments? We'll find out. 15 in-game minutes to go as Ollelito pursues an equaliser. Pele straight across to Cruyff, comes up against Desai, manages to get the ball in the 18-yard box. Oh, great defending there by Nraseck, though. He finds Pele going into Ollelito's half with Eusebio. Eusebio across. Can he manage to get a shot off with Mbappe? Oh, he's toying with the defence right now. He's managing to keep it. Can he produce a moment of magic here in the 79th minute? Great defending, though, by Ollelito. Cruyff picks it up, puts it straight across. He's looking for those passes. Hullet to Vieira. Manages to find R9. We know plenty of times he has produced those moments where he's managed to do it. There has been a pause cued here. We will be maybe seeing a change in the dying minutes of the game. This is where the tactics come out. But there we have it, though. And Nraseck makes it 3-1. Ollelito goes straight into his team. Will we see some changes? Ryan, what did you make of that goal?
I thought that was a fantastic goal. Utilised the shot cancel there with Pele to arrow it into the corner. I have a question as well for Nraseck. Is there any reason as to why you choose to put R9 out on the left? Is it just because of the speed turning? Pele just turns quicker. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Yeah.
Well, I'm just very happy that the pros make some mistakes like I do as well, because I'm constantly making mistakes like that. There's 5 in-game minutes to go. Ollelito will need to produce something sensational right here. We have seen it recently in the FA Cup in England. Stockport managing to come back and beat Bolton. Do we have a magic of the cup moment, maybe not. Ollelito searches for a goal in the 87th minute. Cruyff coming up against Nraseck's defence. He's waiting, he's biding his time. Hullet hits it off the defence though. Pele finds Hullet for Nraseck, but Hullet for Ollelito manages to counter. But once again, Nraseck picks up the ball. 1 minute of injury time. Can Ollelito get himself a consolation goal in the dying seconds of the match? Nraseck tries the chip, but with that second one there, look at the smiles on the faces. Nraseck manages to find a fourth in the 90th minute. And surely, Ryan, that's it. Wow, what an unbelievable matchup it was there. As I said before, congratulations to Guild Esports. Nraseck comes out a 4-1 winner over Ollelito. That is it for FIFA main event for this episode. We will be back very, very shortly. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you next time.